Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Today we will be talking about Genshin tips and tricks that you must know to fix your account whether you are a new or returning player. I'm going to be starting off by talking about resources. As you can see here, we have Hero's Wit, which is an important resource to level up your characters. It's always good to have a lot of Hero's Wit on hand because you will need 419 Hero's Wit to level up a character to level 90. You can get these books by doing the Blossom of Revelation rewards. As you can see, the blue ones give you books, and the gold ones give you Mora. Mora is such an important resource in the game, and you want to make sure you're not going into Mora depth often. So I highly recommend farming Mora when you need, but I'll show you guys other ways to obtain Mora in this video. Make sure to use your Mora efficiently. You'll need Mora for the following to improve your account: ascending characters, weapon enhancement, talents, and artifacts. On the topic of resource management, I will highly recommend you farm character drops and local specialties as they are necessary to level up your characters. Furthermore, they are very limited, so it's better to do it over a long period of time so you get into a habit. Also, make sure you're mining ores often. You'll need them to level up your weapons. Plus, they give you some Battle Pass XP as well. Next, I want to talk about expeditions. It's a great way to quickly and passively get resources. You can dispatch up to 5 out of 5 characters to get materials daily. There are different materials you can collect, such as meat, ores, flowers, veggies, and Mora. I personally recommend Mora, but it's up to what you need. There are 4 different times you can dispatch your characters, but I say do the 20 hours one as it's the most drops and easier to collect. The more hours is the more drops you get. Also, some characters have talents for expeditions. Bennett's talent is reduced time consumed in expeditions. It's not that bad of a talent. Kuki's talent is a little more useful. She gives an increased expedition rewards by 25%. Check which of your characters may have this talent. Next, let's talk about teams and reactions. I would highly recommend focusing on 2 strong teams. Dendro reactions such as Hyper Bloom and Quick Bloom are currently super strong in the game. You can also check out the buffs your teammates may give. I personally love the double Hydro as it gives more HP. But I would focus on investing into 2 decent teams so that you don't waste resources. As you can see, most of my 5-star units are built, but super strong 4-star supports you should invest into are Bennett, Fischl, Xiangling, and Xingqiu. They will help improve your account so much as their kits are very versatile and offer strong buffs and reactions. I wouldn't recommend building everyone you possibly can, especially if you lack resources and time. Overall, just have 2 strong teams to carry you in-game. Now let's talk about the training guide. Genshin has implemented this guide to help you work on your characters. As you can see, my Furina is super well built, so Genshin doesn't have any improvements for her. However, my Kaya is super underbuilt and it will show how to improve him. It'll mark your boss drops, local specialties, and crystals. The weapons also show you what other players use. It will show the domains needed and what talents are prioritized to level up first. Overall, it's a great guide to new players struggling to build characters. I also want to talk about external resources that you can use. The first is the Genshin Discord. You can ask questions and advice there, and if you ever need help, there are also co-op channels. Furthermore, HorioLab has great guides and events. Now let's talk about pre-farming. As you can see here, I have 38 boss drops ready for Kokomi, but I wouldn't recommend pre-farming if you aren't guaranteed and if you don't have enough primos to secure your desired character. Now let's talk about wishes. If you have a character you want, please save for them. Resist the urge to pull every single time you have 160 primogems. I would also highly recommend only pulling for units that you like. Don't feel forced to pull for meta all the time. But at the end of the day, it's up to you on who you pull. If you need a strong DPS, pull a DPS, and if you need a support, get a support. I just wouldn't recommend pulling every 160 wishes if you don't particularly like the character. Just get whoever you enjoy. Next, let's talk about condensed resin. To make condensed resin, you need crystal cores. I'll show you guys where and how you can collect these. It's good to have a bunch on hand when you need to quickly use resin. Condensed resin basically reduces the amount of runs necessary for domains. It's very useful to claim encounter points and get a bunch of drops quickly and efficiently. You can use them whenever you want. The cap is 5 and only able to be used on domains. There are multiple ways to collect crystal cores, the simplest being collecting crystal flies. This gadget is called the crystal fly trap. You can obtain it from reaching Reputation 3 in Liyue. It collects 15 crystal cores over a week's period of time. Overall, pretty decent if you want to passively get crystal cores. Now I'll show you guys some hotspots for crystal flies. Next, let's talk about the parametric transformer. You get this from doing the world quest Tianqiu Treasure Trail. Once a week, you sort materials for resources. I'll show you guys a quick example. Select any materials to convert. Different materials give different resources. Use elemental damage to increase the charge. Ta-da! Resources! Next, let's talk about fragile resin. Fragile resin replenishes 60 resin per use. I would highly recommend saving these until you are AR 45. I would also only recommend using fragile resin for guaranteed drops. This is because it's super easy to waste resin on artifacts, and it's better to spend 40 resin on boss materials over possibly bad artifacts. At the end of the day, it's up to you. Now let's talk about trans domains. You can do 3 half-costing domains a week, costing 30 resin instead of 60. It's always good to do your weeklies as you need it for talents, and you can only do a specific trans domain once a week. For example, this boss costs 30, but as I've already cleaned the drops, I can't do it again this week. It's always good to have a lot on hand, because you need 18 of these weekly drops to triple count. Bosses also give different drops which you can convert using dream solvents. Overall, do your weeklies. Next, let's talk about reputation. Each region has a reputation reward system. Once a week, you can complete 3 bounties and quests. The hardest bounty will give you 100 reputation and 30k mora. Bounties are an easy and quick way to gain 90k total mora in a week. Plus, the reputation rewards are really good. Requests also give mora and reputation. Super easy and mostly fighting or giving materials to NPCs, and gives you a total of 60k mora. Reputation rewards also give regional treasure compasses. It helps with your exploration, giving you primers and quests. Next, let's talk about quests. You should be doing your dailies every day or using your resin for encounter points. Try to clear out your quests as well, they will give a ton of resources. Your dailies give you primers, adventure XP, mora, friendship points. You can get name cards from this. World quests can help exploration and unlock new areas. This will give you a ton of primers and mora. Stay up to date on your Archon quests. Most will give you free wishes and extra primer gems for newly released areas. Now let's talk about the teapot. You unlock the teapot through Madame Ping in Liyue. The teapot actually serves a long-term benefit with resources and friendship XP. Let me show you guys. This is your trust rank. You want it at least level 8 or above to unlock the realm teapot. You can increase trust rank by placing furnishings. The higher your level, the higher realm currency and friendship XP you gain. This is the realm depot. You can purchase resources here. One of the highly valuable resources is transient resin. It's basically just resin that expires after a week. It's always good to invest into your teapot. And everything is purchased through realm currency. So you literally have nothing to lose by investing into your teapot. Next, let's talk about locking artifacts. It's always good to lock artifacts that have potential, so you don't accidentally use them as artifact fodder in the future. Favoriting your artifacts will also help you find them easier. As you can see, all of my artifacts that are good are locked, and favoriting can easily dictate my best ones. I would also recommend purchasing Welkin if you want to spend. It gives you 90 Premier Gems daily that you must log in to claim. Overall, super cheap and good investment into your account. However, there is no pressure to spend money in Genshin though. Same thing with the Battle Pass, only purchase if you need resources. And also encourages you to play Genshin Impact more often. Also gives you free Premier Gems and Fates. Furthermore, you can get the Battle Pass Bounty, which is a choice of weapon, and all of them have crit stats. Don't feel pressured into spending money though, this is only for the people that really want to invest into their account. Next is using in-game pins, a great way to track which oculi and shrines you've collected. You can then transfer them to the Genshin Impact interactive map, manually must I add. Just keep in mind that there is a max of 250 pins in-game. Next, let's talk about regional offerings. Every region has an offering system that gives rewards. They will give resources and also wishes, and it also encourages you to explore, cleaning your account. Most chests will give sigils and these can be offered. Some offering systems are locked behind world quests. As you can see, you offer sigils, and look at all the juicy rewards that you can get. Lastly, explore the map. This will help get rewards and unlock new quests. Okay, and that was all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it useful. I'll see you guys in my next one.